Welcome to Mountain Valley HG with Chucky Boy and Tammy Joe. It is day 12 of our Jessie Tree. And our ornament tonight is a slingshot. Now, if you're guessing David and Goliath, you guessed right. Our story tonight comes from 1 Samuel chapter 17. And it's the story about David going out to the armies. You've got the Philistine army lined up in one place, and you got the army of Israel lined up in another. And it's just sort of a stalemate. And you got this big, giant dude, the ultimate warrior, standing down there, wanting Israel to send out a soldier to battle him. Okay. Find your best, send them out, right? Well, that's not exactly how it went. David shows up with provisions for his brothers who are out there. And he looks at the soldiers and is like, why are we worried about this Philistine who does not believe in God when we are the army of the true God? What are y'all worried about? What are we waiting on? Well, word gets back to King Saul that this young man is talking this way, so he brings him over to talk to him. And he takes one look at him and says, son, you can't go to war with this guy. You don't have a chance. And David's like, I watch my father's flocks, and if a bear or a lion come and take one of the lambs away, he goes, I chase it down and I kill it and take that lamb from its mouth and return it to the flock. I've killed both lion and bear. How's this guy any different? Well, Saul is like, well, if you want to go, here's my armor. And they pile all his armor on him and put the sword on him. And David he can't move with all this stuff on him. So he takes it all off. He takes his staff, he takes his sling, and he takes 5 smooth stones from the creek. And he goes out to face this Goliath. Now you need to understand, this Goliath, not only was he a large man, but he was the ultimate warrior of the Philistine army. Yeah, none of his own people would even want to face him. So David goes out there, and what does Goliath think? He laughs. Here's this little runt, and he's like, you're going to come up against me? He tells him, I'm going to make you food for the birds of the air. And David's like, well, come on, bring it on. And with that one stone in his sling, he cranks it up and hits Goliath in the head. Knocks him out cold. Takes Goliath's own sword and cuts off his head. And that sends the Philistine army into a panic. And they start to run. And the Israel army goes after him. You see, this is the first we get to see of David being the godly king that he has been called to be. You see, we just saw where he got called by God to be the king. And now he's following God and has faith in God to carry him through a difficult situation. As we go through this holiday season, there's going to be those that are having difficult times. My prayer is that God will provide and you can carry through on Him. May God bless you, and hope to see you tomorrow.